we're going to get started with everyone's favorite and most familiar question. What was your first computer?
My first computer, the actual model must have been like some PC XC or 8286, so
Nice.
a very early one I got from my godfather back then. I was roughly 5 years old, so I was very lucky because he was working as an engineer at Infineon Siemens. So I'm working and developing microcontrollers for airbags and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he basically built computers himself. And I was really lucky because he was living like 2 doors away from our house. And yeah, I basically spent all my childhood in his basement, getting the new computers. As soon as there was a new double-speed CD-ROM or quad-speed CD-ROM, I got it. So that was my first computer, was basically a moving target. So
I remember those days with the towers and the PCs. You take this part out and that part out. And I remember the 2X CD, the 4X, the 8X, the 32X.
Yeah.
They didn't even work very well. But you could rip the CDs faster that way. It meant a lot in that time. You were trying to get that data off there. So that's a really interesting way to get started. And you had that great tech support. He's like right next door. You always get it fixed, always get some more information. So what did you do with the computer when you started?
Yeah, basically the first thing I did was obviously playing games. Back then everyone ripped games. We shared it. We weren't even able to buy them because it was so early. I actually made use of that offer by some programmers. I think it was a Humble Bundle where you could buy an extra because you pirated the games when you were young. So I did that, and I was happy to do that. So my first games were probably text-based games that I programmed myself in BASIC. There was some games like the Asteroids were a classic. Like my first monitor was black and green, so monochrome. Then we went to Tandy color, and then I played like Space Quest, King's Quest.
Oh, I love that. Roger Wilco.
No kidding. I think I learned more English playing those games because there was no mouse pointer where you could click and things. So you were actually required to type in the text zone. I was mindlessly typing in "take suit," for example, to go out to the space for Space Quest. And I had to look every word up. So I learned a lot, and some people say it might be the reasons that my English not that bad. So